So today we're going to dive into a really fascinating story from the kingdom of Thoria. It's about a princess named Rosalind, and her tale really gets to the heart of one of our biggest fears, and maybe one of our deepest desires, the whole idea of time passing.
But first, I've got a question for you. I mean, really think about it. If you were given the chance to just stop aging, to stay young and vibrant forever, would you take that deal? It sounds pretty good on the surface, right? But as Princess Rosalind's story shows us, the price for that kind of gift might be way, way higher than you'd ever imagine.
All right, so our story kicks off on what should be a really happy day for Princess Rosalind. It's her 25th birthday. But for Rosalind, this day is filled with, well, dread. The whole celebration is just completely overshadowed by this deep, nagging fear she has of getting older.
And this thought really sums up everything she's feeling. She looks into the mirror and she's not seeing her own beauty. All she can focus on are the first tiny little signs of aging, these small wrinkles that feel like a promise of more to come. To her, time isn't this beautiful flowing river, it's a thief, and it's slowly but surely stealing her youth.
So right as Rosalind is completely lost in her own despair, something magical happens. A being named Sibila literally steps out of her mirror. Sibila explains that the mirror is actually a doorway to another dimension, and that she was drawn there by the sheer intensity of the princess's fear of time.
And this, right here, is the moment that's going to change absolutely everything. Sibila sees how vulnerable Rosalind is, and she presents her with an offer, a magical fix for her deepest, darkest anxiety. It's a bargain that honestly sounds like a dream come true.
The gift itself is simple, but its power is immense. Eternal youth. Sibila promises Rosalind that she will stay exactly as she is in that very moment. 25 years old, beautiful, radiant. The rest of the world will keep moving forward, but for Rosalind, the clock is about to stop. Forever.
But you know how these things go, right? There's always a catch. Every magical gift has a price. Rosalind gets to keep her timeless beauty, sure, but what she loses is the shared journey of growing older with the people she loves. She's about to become a fixed point in a world that never, ever stops changing.
And Rosalind, completely blinded by her fear of aging, she doesn't even hesitate. She accepts. Forever young, I accept. With just those few words, her fate is completely sealed. She is now the timeless Rose, beautiful, unchanging, and utterly alone in her immortality.
So, what starts out as this incredible blessing quickly starts to show its true colors. Now we get into the crushing weight of Rosalind's choice, the heavy, heavy burden of her supposed gift.
Decades just fly by. When she turns 50, she still looks 25, completely baffling the royal painter trying to capture her portrait. Generations pass. Her friends' grandchildren start pointing out how she hasn't changed a bit since their own grandparents were young. She literally becomes a living portrait, a relic trapped in time, just watching everyone she's ever known move on without her. These words, spoken by the descendant of her childhood friend Lilia, just perfectly capture Rosalind's new reality. She's not really a person living in the present anymore. She's become a memory, a picture from the past that just happens to still walk and talk. You can feel her connection to the world just fraying.
And think about the social pressure. It's immense. She's forced to lie constantly. She tells people her timeless look is because of special creams or a strict diet or drinking a lot of water. Anything to hide the impossible truth. This constant performance is just exhausting, and it pushes her deeper and deeper into isolation. Her gift has become a secret she has to guard with her life.
In all this loneliness, she does grow close to a loyal knight, Sir Edwin. One day, they're walking in the garden, and he offers this beautiful metaphor. He sees her as a rose, stunning but surrounded by thorns. He's trying so hard to understand her pain, to see the beauty inside her difficult life, but he just can't possibly grasp the truth of it.
And this is just heartbreaking. She finally realizes she can't bear to watch him grow old and die while she stays exactly the same. So she pushes him away. She ends their relationship, choosing a life of solitude over the guaranteed pain of outliving the one person she loves. This is the real price of her gift, a lifetime of saying goodbye.
Now, just as Rosalind hits rock bottom, a brand new threat appears. And this crisis is going to force her to confront her curse head-on, offering her a totally unexpected path to redemption and maybe freedom.
So let's meet our villain,
a powerful sorcerer named Than, and his magic is genuinely terrifying. He can steal time itself, the actual life essence from people, leaving them as living statues, while he absorbs their years to make himself even more powerful.
And his plan is swift and absolutely devastating. A strange green fog sweeps across the kingdom, freezing every single person in place. Then he starts to drain their life force, which looks like golden light, pulling their very years right into himself. And Rosalind, as the only one unaffected, has to face him all alone.
This sets up the ultimate choice for Rosalind. You see, she has the one thing that a time-stealing sorcerer would want more than anything in the world. So, does she hold on to her precious immortality, or does she finally sacrifice it to save the very people she has watched over for generations?
Rosalind confronts Than, not with a sword, but with a different kind of weapon, a bargain. She offers him the one thing she has left to give, her gift of eternal youth. The very curse that has caused her so much pain is now her kingdom's only hope. She's willing to trade it all for her people's lives.
Than, of course, greedily accepts. But he is not prepared for what eternity actually feels like. As he absorbs her gift, he doesn't just get endless youth, he gets the full weight of it all the infinite joy, the pain, the love, and the loss, all crashing down on him in a single instant. It's too much. The gift completely breaks him. As Than releases the power, the green fog lifts, and the people of Thoria slowly begin to awake. The curse is finally broken, but a price had to be paid. In sacrificing her gift, Rosalind finds that all of her stolen years come rushing back to her in an instant. She has, at long last, aged.
And in the story's really beautiful ending, Sir Edwin, who is now an old man himself, finds her. And he sees not a young queen, but a woman who finally wears the years she has lived. The barrier that was between them is just gone. They are finally free to live out the rest of their natural lives together.
And that brings us right back to where we started, with a question. Rosalind's story seems to suggest that maybe our fear of aging makes us miss the entire point. Maybe the changes, the wrinkles, and even all the goodbyes, maybe they aren't a curse we should try to avoid, but the very things that give our lives meaning. Could it be that the passage of time itself is the greatest gift of all?